Okay, guys, I'm gonna give you my top 10 favorite movie trilogies of all time. Coming in 10th place is gonna be the Jurassic Park original trilogy. I just love that it captures your imagination from the beginning. It establishes characters, establishes a world, a park, themes, ideas, right from the beginning, and it moves on, explores new dinosaurs. It explores so many different layers of what it means to own a Jurassic Park, and surprisingly has realistic moments in it, great characters, and of course great visual effects, great practical effects, special effects to make the dinosaurs come to life in a time where, number one, everybody knew dinosaurs didn't exist. And number two, there was no CGI, or at least CGI was just coming out. It was at CGI's beginning, and they didn't use CGI, so there were so many challenges, or at least a very little CGI. So there were so many challenges that brought along with making this movie, and they were making the trilogy, and they pulled it off. While the last film in the trilogy was not as great, there were still great elements in that, and it still had the same magic that the other films brought. So I still gotta reward that. But coming in 9th place is gonna be the original Iron Man trilogy. I just love to see Tony Stark, a really broken man, evolve, change, learn, grow with great, supporting characters, for the most part, great villains, great Iron Man suits. I know I wasn't fond with the second one, but the first two were amazing. And there were same thing with the Jurassic Park trilogy. There were still great moments in it. I know people are like, "Where's the Back to the Future trilogy?" Well, I don't think I've seen the Back to the Future trilogy. I think I need to watch that. So yeah, that's not on the list anywhere. But they still have great elements, great moments to them, to it, and then the first and third, I didn't really have much problems with. I know people are like, what about the Mandarin twist? I didn't really feel that was that bad. So yeah, all in all, I just felt it was a really good, grounded trilogy that it truly explores a group of characters grow through 3 movies. But coming in 8th place is going to be the original X-Men trilogy. Again, don't really like the third. But I just love the first two. I love how they bring the X-Men into the modern world, modernize it, still dealing with those deep themes that make the X-Men. Mutants were just the cover-up, almost, for these deep themes, through these deep emotions, and they pull it off so nicely with the second one topping the first one. The third, I love the final act in the third. That kind of almost redeems it for me, that third act, with all these stakes, with all these emotions, because you set a group of characters, so when there's emotional moments to it, you actually care for those emotions. And so that's why it sets it apart and is such a great trilogy, is because there's so many moments in it that just amaze me. Coming in 7th place is going to be the Avengers trilogy. I just love how the premise is bring a bunch of superheroes and bring them onto the big screen with big battles, big stakes. And to me, all 3 times, they pull it off amazingly. With great action, great justified villains, and a great supporting cast just as good as the main six. Just as good as bringing in an Avengers Infinity War, the Guardians of the Galaxy, soon to be Ant-Man, and Captain Marvel. But that's gonna make it not a trilogy. So I don't want to bring in anything with Endgame in this. But yeah, just evolving it, making it bigger, better, having more stakes, and pulling it off every single time. Coming sixth place is going to be the original three Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I love these movies because of the lore, because of the great characters, great cast with, Johnny Depp, Orlando Bloom, and all the other supporting casts. Makes it feel like pirates exist, or pirates take you into the time with great world building, great action with great sword play, great suspense, great humor. Humor was definitely thrown into the mix a lot of times and works. So all that stuff creates just a great trilogy. I love the third one, especially like that last hour in the beginning. The first one just was so charming, and then the second one, I love the introducing Davy Jones and his chest and how that transfers over heavily to the third one. So it all intertwines to connect and make it a great, great trilogy. But coming in fifth place is the Toy Story trilogy. This trilogy just holds so dear because it pulls all your heartstrings, pulls every kid's, and makes them cry. And as a kid, it makes me cry. This and that, and I find so much to enjoy out of this movie that other people can't, and that I can, with great toys, with great themes, great ideas that transfer in through all three movies, and just seeing these toys go on adventures, explore new toys, explore what it means to be a toy. But coming in fourth place is going to be the Dark Knight trilogy. How can I not? This trilogy is awesome. Exploring Gotham, exploring Batman, and exploring the world Batman lives into it with. Great world building, from Commissioner Gordon to Batman and Bruce Wayne to what's her face? To the Catwoman in the third film, to Bane, to the Joker, to Harvey Dent, Two-Face. All these great iconic Batman characters, Batman villains, Batman heroes clash together to be the most realistic they've ever been, and ever, I think, will be, in addition to the best they ever will be. So I just love everything about that, and I'm stoked to further explore. I'm stoked that we have a trilogy done justice using a great iconic character like Batman. Coming in third place is going to be the Captain America trilogy, similar to the Iron Man trilogy. I just love seeing Captain America, Steve Rogers, grow as a character, as he's just a skinny, scrawny kid who just wants to do his part for the service, for the military, fight for his country, do his part, and how he grows and he has the chance and he takes the chance. And even when he's lost all his friends and family from the World War II time period, how he's still able to grow, and how he just gets out of the war and goes right back in it to S.H.I.E.L.D., but when he figures out S.H.I.E.L.D. is corrupt, and how his friend is corrupt, and how Hydra still exists, and how in Civil War he simply cannot trust the government. So when the idea of getting put in check by the government, he just can't trust it. And you actually agree with him if you truly love this trilogy, because you see him trust and lose his trust with a government type known as Shield. And the Avengers was supposed to be something different and all of that. And so I just love that all being intertwined to make a great Cap trilogy, great action, great characters that you follow him along. And Civil War is my favorite superhero movie of all time. So yeah, you think this trilogy will be on this list. You think. But coming in second place is going to be the Indiana Jones trilogy. Indiana Jones was the ultimate action hero, the ultimate good guy. Fighting Nazis, whether it be the Nazis, whether it be this rogue group of, I don't know, weird people. I don't really know what to call it. And Temple of Doom. It would be any of that, whether it be with Marion, whether it be with Louis Scott, whether it be with a girl who flips on you, whether it be with your own dad. It's just with great action, great adventure, great cast. I love Harrison Ford. He's my favorite actor of all time. So, you think I like this trilogy? You think? But coming in first place is the original Star Wars trilogy. What more do I have to say? It's just great. With building this great world with great characters, with great use of sci-fi fantasy, with great themes, with great humor, with great one-liners, with great villains, with great visual effects, great special effects, all of that. Everything in between, this movie does it. So it's my top 10 favorite, or this trilogy does it. This is my top 10 favorite trilogies of all time.